Welcome to another video episode on my Raspberry Pi 1 running Raspbian Linux programmed in Python and connected to network cable for VNC and network internet, band cable for electronics like here, then also a raspicam for a live video stream from the side, of course, of the Raspberry Pi. Network cable, serial cable to Medicom serial terminal. And at times that is quite necessary to use if you want to do other things than normal. So, going towards electronics. Like I said, programmed in Python using SPI, serial peripheral interface, for this chip, MAX 522 digital to analog converter. Last time I had some quite weird experiences. Signals that came through and yet came not through. So I wanted to do something with the wiring. All set up, and then all of a sudden I noticed that the serial terminal was showing a complete reboot. So in fact everything was set up, VNC, serial terminal, source code, raspicam working, Pi scope working, and poof. Not for the first time, but it does make me wonder, what is the culprit? What is the cause of the sudden reboot? It is on paper. And I mean this, should I replace it? I don't know. A sheet of paper is non-conductive, which is the very reason that I put it on there, because on the other side it's just the bare electronic tracks. Is it something in the Raspberry Pi? Is it something with the software? I have no clue yet. So, that said, let's view what has been going on, because as yet I can't do anything because it's being rebooted and I haven't yet restarted anything. So let's view. So this is not what you normally see, although you have seen it before. Camera, not the RaspberryPi cam, because that one is black, because the raspicam has been shut down. So this is the first boot. Everything working nice. Up until, well, I disable the first VNC, then I do start 3 VNCs, so this is the one that you see here, then for a possible tablet, and then for a possible Mac view or whatever. And then some error, bad mode in data board handler detected, and oops, there it goes again. And here we are. So what I have to do now is repeat my actions. Okay. And restart it. also means that I have to restart this one. And yeah, I normally don't show this, but now I kind of feel necessary to show. This is still well, black, as you can see, so let me start it. Yeah, this is not what you normally get to see, as it's not yet even connected. Then Python, and now I do hope that it's not rebooting again, because that would be a real nuisance. So this is the source code I use, and I had it all started like this, and yeah, a lot more, because I need another one to get the VNC started, the raspicam started. Anyway, let me take the opportunity to go to SPI. Not that it's much use, because there's nothing running yet, but at least it's prepared. Okay, let me try to run this anyway. No, I'm not. I'm doing something else. I was intending to rewire this part. Why? Because the probes are lifting the wires out of their socket in the breadboard. And here I have put wires into the breadboard where I can hook up this particular probe like this. Let me do that just now. This is for input, which is not showing anything, and this one is output. So I want to do the same for the SPI wires. And for that I need to relocate some wires, which is kind of hard to show, but and relocating isn't that difficult, but it needs to be done. And this one goes, yeah, and that is not the good wire. This is the correct wire. Goes one backwards. That is the one. Goes here, and then this one goes one back, and that is the rewiring. So now here with the first slot 3, first row 3, I can put wires in, and then the probes, and that I'm sure will provide a better. Where is this coming from? Oh, it goes here. Yeah, 4 wires for the other one, which is currently not operated. And this is the analog to digital converter, which does work nicely. Alright, so now I need some additional wires, hooking up, and see if I can successfully put anything else to work. Hopefully it doesn't reboot again. So everything is working now. It's been wired, and let me show you from wait, I have to still do this, right? So this is what now wired up. You can't really see the wires, although here you can. I think here you can, and well, this is a wire as well. And by the way, this yellow thing is fischertechnik used for this project, the analog to digital converter. And this is fischertechnik as well, used for walking LEDs here. Anyway, this is the project now. So Pi scope. Oh, something else that I wondered about. When it rebooted, or I saw a lot of communication or signals right here. So I wondered, the program doesn't run, so how come these signals? Anyway, let's run it and see whatever happens this time. Oh yeah, last time I struggled to get the signals nicely. So it's now set to 500 microseconds. Let's hope that's good. Run. I don't see anything here. And I saw something there. Okay, quit. Go. Now I see something on the Pi scope. And I see a faint signal on the oscilloscope. One microsecond. Do I see something? Alright, a bigger time scale, time base I should say, but if there are signals coming, why don't I see it? Okay, better not putting it here, but to put the probe on the input. So that means that this and this signal are the same. Or they should be the same anyway. But I don't see anything happen. Again. Why not? What is wrong in my code that I see nothing happen? Okay, let me stop this. There's also here a delay that seemingly doesn't do anything or isn't good for anything. So let me do this. Go again. Now that was a clear signal. quit, go. Okay, I need to increase the time scale, I think. Now I see something, or saw something. Yeah. It is now at 5 microseconds and okay, 1 millisecond. I still see barely anything. Step by step, because I want to see the full signal that it is actually sending. And it is actually quite a wide signal, so if I see only a pulse, the time base is way too high. And that's strange. Still nothing going on. And if I see nothing here, the strange thing is also that last time the LED was constantly burning. So if I look right now at it, then there's nothing happening. There's no LED. Or is there? No. Shielding with my hand, it's out. It's off. So there's basically nothing going on except every now and then a signal. So I need to adjust the time base. Some observation. Some signals over here. Every once in a while it reaches to 1 millisecond. But this was the combination of the screen output and this timing is interesting. The output is each second. However, with this time base, it is about each 30 seconds. Maybe even longer. So the question is, if I'm sending those numbers via SPI over the line to the MAX 522, why don't I see it on the oscilloscope? Why do I only see it on the Pi scope and then even not consistently, not completely? What is the difference? What I want to do, obviously, is to let the LED burn brighter and brighter and brighter, from 0 to weak to stronger to full brightness. Obviously that's not happening because I don't get to see any signal here. So the big question is, why is that happening? Or should I decrease the sleeping time and have it much faster, like say half a second, a quarter of a second, because this isn't working much. Okay, let me do that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I let this be here, but at least I've got something working. This 1/4 of a second. Alright, let's see what this shows. If it shows anything. Well, the Pi scope is very clear. Okay. So on time base 10 microseconds. I see some signal. So let me move the probe to the output. Which shows nothing. Yeah, it's still 10 microseconds. So why don't I see anything? And I did see. There is the signal. Looks again about 30 seconds. But why is this signal so different from here? The timing. Can I put the timing different? Well, this is milliseconds. Okay, so 1000 milliseconds. On the other hand, this is set to microseconds to get the whole width of the signal. Well, these are peaks. And peaks means a very short time base. A millisecond time base instead of a microsecond. So that may explain the difference. Yeah. And what else can I see? If anything, yeah. See, two signals after another on the oscilloscope. Then quiet. So there's, and then another one. Another one, but nothing here. Nothing on the output. If I concentrate on the output, or focus on the output, it should be elevated. Whenever here's a signal, here should be an output as well. But I don't see it. Okay, those are quite clear signals, but nothing on the 522. Unless, let me check. No, that's the other one. This is output A. Which doesn't do a thing. Wait for signal. And I prefer a constant signal, but the time base is very different now on both scopes. So yeah, no. Okay, back to this one. Or better, this one, which is straight on the output. But no, this is not, it gives a better idea, but it's not what I want. So while it is an improvement, let's also watch here. And yeah, the VNC is, well, actually show exactly the same. So no use to show on Android, I think. Yeah, this isn't showing much because I can't show a burning LED right now. Although I might show something with colors. Oh, and a nice signal here. So, yeah, let me see if I can get a nice signal here or on either one of them. Alright, so now I have my Android tablet on VLC stream, just like this, and yes, you see it here next to it. So I have to move the board a little bit closer, which is actually a better view. This one is quite dark though. Not quite sure why it is that dark. With the bare eye it doesn't look like that dark, but when you look at it, yeah, I can't make much of it, less than with the direct VLC stream that I just showed you. In the meantime, here nothing much has changed. Every once in a while a signal, because this is milliseconds and this is microseconds. And I would like to have more frequent signals, so maybe I can even speed it up. So this is one thing, and the next then would be the Mac, but that is well, almost as bright as this one is, but just let me do it. Alright, and now you can see the same image from the raspicam. Which is quite as clear, and it also shows that this screen from the tablet and let me just tap it. It is well, it is, yeah, you can see it is a few seconds delayed, but this is a nice view contrary to the tablet. How the iPad will respond, I have no clue, by the way. I hope not as dark. And what I just thought of is to actually speed it up more, because now it is like a quarter of a second, and let me just speed it up a little bit. But anyway, and yes, this is of course the VNC viewer, but as I've already opened it, and this is a separate viewer, whatever happens here doesn't happen in the on the other code. So I better do it on the other part. Alright, in the meantime I changed the sleeping time here to an eighth of a second, so let's look for a moment at that. Does something really speed up then? I see some signals coming by, but not in the frequency that I would like to see. These are pulses, and I want the full width of the signal. And that is, well, I see something, but I still don't see it here, which is what I want to see. So I want to see an increasing signal here, but I see nothing. So well, there's to be gained, that is clear. Alright, fortunately the Raspberry Pi didn't reboot again. No real surprise there, just a little bit of rewiring. And with this camera the view looks a lot brighter than from the other camera. So but the view is the same as with that camera, no surprise there. And that's about it. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion, very much appreciated. You can also follow me on Instagram and Wired. Instagram and Twitter, mixing things up a bit. And you can support me by making a donation via PayPal or Wired, which is banking. You can also support me via Patreon by becoming a patron and have your name mentioned on my website, and depending on your pledge, also with my videos. All information under this video. This is to be continued. Have a nice day and bye bye.